they're definitely a serviceable team, enough to make it to an RMR. I just can't quite recall, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, though, got a knife round win from the Sharks. They'll be closing that one out. It'll be T-side start here on Mirage for Case. And like you said, both very good teams. I think that Sharks have gone through a couple chops and changes with a couple of roster moves, and that's probably, brought them a little bit down. But all things considered, there's still, great talent scouts on this Sharks roster. So we'll see what players they can bring to the table.
Kind of what they've been for a while, right? That, like, talent-building organization. I feel like there's so many times where they build up these really great players and they go to other teams, maybe buy out from contracts, but, I mean, still, we're being put on display why they're just so good sometimes. K literally opens the game with a 3K on the pistol.
Yeah, that's very, very sick. Great setup there on the A side of things. Perfection when it comes to getting that multi-frag and playing off of each other. But like you said, man, these guys, I was looking through the Wikipedia, and the amount of roster changes that they've been through is quite serious. They've gone through a lot of chops and changes, but the players that they've lost, one of them being Zevi, that they've had at one point on this team. So obviously, great talent spotting there. Luke Housey as well, that is one of the new faces on Fluxo. So they're getting rid of these players that are very strong, but they've brought so much to the table here for Brazilian CS in terms of building up talent. And this time, I don't know if they'll get any success. A bomb plant actually starting things off, and DRG doesn't find the kill. So numbers punched in. I feel like this is mission accomplished. We'll see if they can get any extra credit here. Another headshot from Honda, nailed. And that's 2 kills. MP9 picked up. I don't think this will have too much impact, though. Nice attempt there onto Goizen, but...
This isn't impossible. Steel, he's not really aiming to win the round at this point. I think he's just more looking to get some extra kills. Right now, this FAMAS is somewhat recoverable. He picks it up, maybe catches Nism with his head turned, and then there's both low players on this clock. He's going to come through the smoke. There's no way he's going to bother respecting it because there's no reason to. But the question is, how many kills does he find off it? Because he could very well pick up every single one of them. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, with how low HP Goizen was, that was... a potential to do some extra damage, but I think if you get 3 kills on a round like that and the bomb plant, you're very, very happy with what you were able to accomplish right there, if your Case. So you're walking through with a lot of economic damage, something of value there. Still investments coming back. Even RCF wielding the op to kick things off. We talked about this guy earlier being one of the win conditions here for KC Sports. If he gets activated early on, you can really take the reins on this game. And now that he has an op in the early stages, it's pretty exciting.
Not something I expected to see this early, but good eco management from Case, and with those kills and the bomb plant coming down, it's no real surprise if you think about it, but the totem pole seems to bite them in the rear. K, again, has just picked up a massive multi-kill for the Sharks, maybe looking for a little bit more, but Leo puts some good standings right back on their plate. Opening up the A site, Nade not going to connect for the kill, but I think the shoulder's spotted, so this shouldn't be too far off of another frag in the favor of Sharks. But he's still sticking around for more. JNT doesn't want to give up this space, and I'm not really all that surprised. Buying time for the rotations if necessary, and considering this utility's coming through, he can almost guarantee it's going to be an A hit.
Utility bombarded into JNT. He's actually going to take a lot of flak trying to escape. In the meantime, though, unfortunately for Leo, DRK just doesn't have enough HP to offer up a fight. Still going for a fake on the bomb plant. Not baiting anyone out, though. Everyone holding their nerve. Now the second tap is going to come through, and this is where maybe they'll start to pressure. Some shots being spammed in, but it's only a little bit of chip damage in the meantime. Case trying to reposition.
Oh, so blind, though. There is no chance of you finding that frag steal. It's all up to Yeps. And while this guy is a legend, I don't know if he's going to be able to fit the pay grade here. Getting flanked, but at least he's good to secure that one. It's not much longer for this world, though, as he's getting hunted down from every which direction. A good kill from the Sharks, and even a good round to start this game off 3-0.
Yeah, solid attempt right there. I mean, with how that round started, getting a bomb plant and actually punching back here just too bad. But again, you got to take a look at how that round started, right? Shay pushing up towards the top of mid. It was a nice setup. I love that Case of bringing out a little bit of these gimmicks here early. They went for that boost play towards the top of mid to catch connector players off guard, but instead they just walk into a fancy little mid setup assembled by the Sharks. Flashes were right on the money, and that allowed Shay to get a multi-kill. So already Sharks bringing so much strategy, so much early CT side success to the table. It's a bit scary for Case if they can't get things started.
The rifle's back out. They got the bomb plant, so with every round they get the plant down, it's they can get a little bit, they can get a couple of rifles back out on the board. But eventually, you are going to want to get this off right back into RCF's hands, because if this T side still goes the way it's looking right now, you're going to need a win condition, and that might just be it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Guy is so stunning with the AWP, so you want to get that in his hands soon. Right now, not afforded it at the moment, so could be bringing that into the table, but still, they have some AKs here, some Galils. Not a lot of utility left, though, I will say. So KC Esports, with whatever they want to go with next, it almost has to be a commitment here. Molly and smoke towards the top of connector. They get that smoke towards window, so it's hinting at a cat split, especially with bomb heading up catwalk here as well, and one player lurking about towards apartments. They're taking a lot of space. A nice kill, but a better trade from Yeps. Very fast here. Now they're going to start to press the issue. It's Goizen left alone.
Oh, Gleason, he's got a lot to answer for him with only one kill delivered, and it's going to be up to the rotations of the Sharks. Maybe not if JNT can land a couple of bangers with the EWP, which I believe he's already done one, but with the remaining parts of this T sign split up across the map, I'm not too sure how successful it'll be inside of the smoke. I'm surprised JNT doesn't actually pop in a shot. He just waits, because he knows RCF has no idea of him this close on the flank, and with Steel still trapped in connector, they know it's a freebie defuse, a quick 4-0 start, and Case are already looking rough in this best of one.
Man, still not able to get anything on that lurk right there. It's massive. And again, I think that round comes down to a little bit of lacking in utility, right? You could see they tried to jiggle that opper in window. They just couldn't get past his sight line right there. And imagine if you just had a smoke for market window, what that would do for you. That would be a 3v3 post plant situation with Steel on a stellar lurk right there. He could have had so much impact, but instead they immediately get plucked apart. It leaves RCF alone on the B bomb site with no support. Steel's so far removed that they just have to keep him contained. So it's all a utility game in that last round, in case just didn't bring enough to the table because of the funding. But they're going to go for another buy off the bomb plant.
Honestly, do you think it was kind of, like, not worth for him to not try to take that shot through the smoke? Like, if RCF denies that plant, then they don't get a buy here. They don't get an off. They probably take a save. And you guarantee yourself a 5th round. Obviously, that's not going to be a big question if they win this round, but it could be in the back of their minds. Like, honestly, I think it would have been worth to just try to pop one through the smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely the case there, but might not be the matter. Already opening up proceedings there with RCF going on aggression. I don't know if he had any armor. I don't think he did, actually. I know he didn't. So, eating a lot of utility there early on. Sharks just not allowing for that sight to be gathered here at all. So, another opening pick heading their way here, and another one onto RCF as well. Who, at the moment, only limited to a singular kill. Hasn't had a lot of impact. Jay with utter confidence jumping out through the window. There's a player tucked in towards chair, though, or rather, what do you call this, though? I hear well.
You never clear this. I mean, whatever you call it, it's not something that you're ever going to check. This should be a free kill for Honda.
Ooh.
As much as it might not matter, considering that every extra frag comes over in on A. But it does now. He's just opened up middle. Thankfully, Nissim's gotten the trade, but still, you've done a lot of damage here with your Honda, even splitting apart this defense. Where's it going to go? A, B. They do have the alternative of going to either one of these sites, and it's all about the distraction game right now for Yeps, who throws in his full set of utility and keeps a couple of CTs here. But now you've got Steel. Bomb on his back, walking up catwalk. This is a required frag if he wants to come cracking into the site, and he delivers onto the head, leaving it all to Guizen. Sat over in Van. Does Yeps know? Is he knowledging of this position? Certainly seems like he's careful and cautious of it as he crouch walks up into the apartment, soon to swing out. And he even takes another head with him. DRG gonna have to respond on this 1v2 retake, and he's got some utility to try to get it done, but what he doesn't have is space to do it. They're gonna be able to set up this crossfire, and it's not gonna be easy to break apart.
Not at all. DRG trying to move in through market side, but again, Yeps has this early alarm bell. He's going to spot things out. Committed to the fight. He just nails the headshot. That's beautiful work right there. Beautiful plays coming through from the duo. Steel and Yeps pulling off a 2-on-3 right there. Each finding a kill to find that access into the site, and very difficult ones at that.
I'm surprised they call another timeout off of that. Maybe talking about what Sharks have to work with money-wise? Because, like, again, that's just you slowing down your own momentum. So there's got to be a good reason behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I have no real ideas other than maybe they're trying to discuss what the game plan is here. But like you said, they are walking into this round with the only bit of momentum that they've had all game. Maybe slowing down a little bit, just making sure they don't get too ahead of themselves. Sharks are bringing a decent buy to the table, right? They've got a lot of firepower here. You do see some limitations with a couple MP9s, but the op and J&T is effective. And with Che, oh, he bought full utility. I thought he had enough armor, or enough money for armor, but he doesn't have that. That's a bit awkward.
Maybe more than a bit. But I'm just... Oh, wait. Did the server crash?
Oh, we're good.
Oh, wow.
Are you out?
Nah, I'm good. It just, like, froze for me.
Maybe that's just patience.
It is chugging.
Oh, it's good on my end at the moment.
We're chilling now.
Okay, good. Still, I mean,
Don't
I feel like if you're Che, you probably want to toss that A1S to someone with armor. It's a little bit too late now. And interestingly enough, he's actually tucked in towards a position that maybe won't go cleared. He's now in that sandwich position where he's once succeeded on a pistol round. So maybe this is all a part of the plan. I still would have thought you would like to have armor in this, but if you can just catch some backs turn, that A1S could be as effective as ever.
I am out.
Out of the Go TV?
Yeah, it kicked me out, man. I was
no.
just about to agree with you too. That's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, everyone's way too still. Wait.
Did it crash?
Yes.
That is really unfortunate.
Dude, I was sitting there, I was like, man, Yeps is not moving a muscle right now.
Patience, man. He will not give it up.
Oh, I'm back. Are you back?
I'm coming back in. I'm trying to load back
Oh,
in
this
right
is
now.
a whole server, man. These guys, 19 seconds left, everyone's still, and no damage to... Oh, wait, no, there's damage. Boy.
Oh, that's an L. That's a fat L, and you're just gonna have to hold on to it.
Yeesh.
They're still for me too. They are not having a good time. That really does suck, right? Because they can't rewind this round. And that's so huge for the CT side. Because now they get all this extra money just to play around with. So what could have been a very one-sided round because of that armor problem that you discussed with K not actually being able to afford it, now that's non-existent. Now even these MP9s can upgrade if they want to, get a bit more utility. Real problems. And I'm not sure what's going on, whether they're trying to call a tech, whether they're trying to get it rewound, but I'm pretty sure that round's just locked in.
Yeah, I almost hope it isn't. Because that's just a little broken, right? I mean, but yeah, I mean, you could be right. It's not fun. Not fun at all for the case camp, that's for sure, if that's the case at the end of the day. And yeah, this looks like it's a big issue in the server department. With all that being said, probably going to go throw it to a quick break. As this gets sorted out, I know that there was some issues in the Europe RMR, so expecting that to continue here into this one. So, gonna throw it to a quick break, guys. We'll be right back once we're back in the game.
distant flag. Open road and nomadic plans. In a quiet town, bodies fall upon sacred ground. Burn that flag and a king is crowned. Coming to get ya. I'm coming. I'm
pause there, and I think we've got ourselves a new server, which is all good news, right? We're back at it, and we'll see if Sharks can pick up where they left off. Actually, it was Case that won the last round, so we'll see if they can pick up where they left off.
More interesting, though, take a look at Guizin, or rather K. This time, he doesn't have the lack of armor. That is still a bit of a bonus for Sharks when they come to run back this round, because he was a bit of a problem. That was a issue that the Sharks had to look towards. Now they don't. So maybe a bit of a luck of the draw there, but still it is not a favorable buy for them. Op in the hands of JNT, sure, but other than that, everybody's going to have their struggles.
That they are. And it is good news that he has armor now this time. It was a bit awkward in the previous round, but a nice little window boost assembled. They might be able to see that light go out. Nice shot from RCF. That's a thin angle right there. And taking down Shay. It didn't matter if he had armor right there. He got an up shot to the head at the end of the day. Nice smoke being lined up here from RCF as well. Maybe towards CT spawn to allow them to start scaling.
ERG running it back. He was in this position last time we saw him. Or at least, no, he was lined up with K in this angle, but still, will it go clear? Oh, that sure it will, Steel. Doesn't let that one sneak out of the radar, but you still got to work against Nizim, and no, he's crunched in upon. You got a ramp player to worry about, too. So, Case will find themselves their second, but the Sharks just call it a save for the remaining couple of players. JNT understands the value of the op and does not want to give it anywhere closer to Case.
You ever seen a smoke like that?
What, on the jungle?
No, it was on the bench right there to make sure that no one peeked off through CT. They had a player lurking out, and you could see off the back of that smoke how they're able to systematically clear that A side, you know, one by one. They hard cleared Sandwich first off, and
Do you mean like the one way? I'm confused. Maybe I missed it.
I guess it could be a one way, yeah.
Where they throw it on the bench, like the bench
Yeah.
towards the trash can, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, because if you have a player in connector there, then they could see them swinging at CT.
Right.
That's why Nizim was so like gung-ho about actually just pre-firing, because he realized he'd been spotted.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it was just sick to see. I haven't seen that one before.
I've seen it like once, but I wish teams would do it more because it is cool.
Especially with your, you know, ramp lurk right there, or yeah, your ramp lurk that
Yeah.
they had going on. I mean, he's going to clear out a big piece of the map that you have to be concerned about with him just kind of posting up towards ramp. And then your only focus is really that under balk sandwich position that you can systematically clear one by one. So I love that from Case. That's a very cool round to be put together.
Okay, well, this is kind of cool. They're going to be boosting up into ladder. That breaking of the vents, though, gives it away. So a couple of bullets get peppered in. A lot of damage even being inflicted. And maybe they don't expect another player to be here, right? You probably assume somebody got boosted up. But in the end, that's only 2 players accounted for. There is still a third who's potentially unnoticed. So when they kill Nizim, I don't expect them to be ready for another player tucked in a window. But he gives up the angle. And they just opt to play with the weapons around the AWP and MP9. See if they can't find up any more frags. But JNT's already been tagged low. Even maybe taking a kill on a steal. But the B site's wide open. And eventually they're just going to go walking in and get the plant down. Take the free round. And hopefully, at least in the favor of Case, not give up any more picks.
Shouldn't. Long range here. With Honda versus the MP9, it isn't going to go wrong for him. Now, what could go wrong is this op dropping. Yeah, it will. You're going to find that out. JNT not going to be saving onto that. And that actually could mean no op in this next round or glass cannon at the very best. So, holding on to that would have been of the utmost importance right there. And yeah, glass cannon is what he's going to go for.
Well, it is still a benefit the Case are able to run back that momentum or at least slow it down from the Sharks, artificially albeit, but still, considering how bad it was looking at that one point, like, it was 4-0, and it very easily could have been a 5th, depending on if a kill had not gone their way. So they bring it back this far, and probably are going to go, like, gaming to tie it. There's still a lot of holes that haven't been plugged up, haven't really been dealt with. So, I don't know, man. This is not... Oh, not again. Not again. Is this happening for you too?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's...
Not looking too good at the moment. Everyone's kind of, yeah, not lives. Spammed in chat. Not fun. Nobody's having some issues over in Europe. But, looking for a restore. With some issues. And... might throw it to another break. I don't know how long this is going to take. They have to call in an admin. So yeah, we'll toss to a quick break and be right back once action continues, guys. Sorry about this.
Stones in a helpful hand, broken bones in a bloodstained flag. Open road and nomadic plans. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to
And we are back here for hopefully the last little tech issue of tonight. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case, but back at it once again here for Case. They did drop that last round, but they were able to pick up one before. Just looking at that round count, it looks like they were stringing 3 together before getting shut down in that last round. But we kicked things off at 5-3. So the Sharks trying to muster up some of that momentum that they once had.
Well, we barely held on to it, I gotta say. KC Sports, in the meantime, have taken a couple of rounds away. We did wait a little bit to make sure that there were, you know, no pauses. We didn't want to come back into the middle of a round just for it to lag again, so I think we're good to go, at least for the time being, and well, at least the Sharks are good to go too, considering they picked up the last, but I don't know if I can say the same here. So far, it's not looking all that great. Bomb spotted, so the rotations are going to be pulled. They still need to find these kills out on the response. RCF's op shots layer in sound across the server, and this can confirm exactly what's happening. Utility might be a bit late, honestly. Yeps is a bit isolated. He's not going to have all that much help, especially if a CT peek comes through. But speaking of peeks, Chevy gives him one, but still not landed. Up connector goes Honda, and he catches the timing out of JNT. Now they are pincered in. There is no escape. You're going to have to find these kills if you even want to try to exit.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place as well. He's going to try and make his way out of this position. Oh, not allowed. Steel just nails it to the wall right there. And that's going to be 4 grabbed from Case, right? They're looking to bring that further and further down the line as well. We'll see if they can keep that momentum up. Now we got, you know, lacking money here for the Sharks, so that's going to be of an issue.
Yeah, this should be a tie game for a Case. And I guess a bit labored, I mean, considering it's only like 3 rounds ago that Sharks had that convincing lead. It feels like it's been an eternity with all the pauses and whatnot. But they will finally earn it, and I'm not too sure how further they'll be able to extend it, but I will say this past couple of rounds, the Sharks' defense has looked really inconsistent. Nothing all that replicable that you can look towards and say, you know what, when they get the guns back out, it's probably going to look different. It just kind of feels like Case have adapted, and Sharks can't really catch back up.
RCF gonna have himself a field day as well, collecting some eeks there, about as fun as it gets. And on the lurk, yep, Sissy-wise to this position. Nissim has been so patient. And all for it not to pan out. Only if he had a Zeus, right?
True. Everybody should just start buying Zeus's at this point.
Oh yeah, they're overpowered, man. Maybe just in my MM game, so maybe. I feel like if you try to use Monster Pro players, it wouldn't go as well.
I think there's actually a word for that. Actually, there's a couple of words for that. I think you know what those words are. Coming from the Zeus Master himself, you know? Went awfully quiet, huh?
Yes. Silence, I'm not saying a word.
Good. Good, keep it that way. Dude, Case are reading out of this right now. Like, they pulled the distraction across the whole map, and this is going to come back to bite them. Flash raining over the site, and now they're probably just going to start slow walking out ramp. Only one player to initially spot them. The nade will be good on the response. But you're going to need a bit more than that. In fact, I thought it would do a lot more damage. The rotations are pulled in again, but remember the last time they had these rotates? It just wasn't enough.
Really. Utility being bombarded in. Gonna start to collapsing up on this A bomb site, but there's just not a lot of presence here to be made. They got a player tucked in towards CT spawn, make it a double, but even still, it leaves a lot to be desired. And oh my god, Nissim lands a headshot. It's a nice one, but it isn't a kill because of that A1S versus AK difference right there. Leo DRK trying to claim the bomb. There's one right around the triple. Yeps is gonna find another kill in, stepping out of Palace is a big mistake. He'll get dropped. Calls it forward. That's player close by, but DRG is able to step out. Honda's still in towards ramp, and he has coverage. At last alive inside, but quickly taken care of his DRG. Yep, see if we get a chance to pop some shots off, and it's a very successful retake.
Way more surprising, or at least surprising and way better than what we saw from them the previous. And I guess it's good enough for them to mount a tie or another lead, but they can't keep trading out rounds. That was a good start. I'll give them credit for that. But I need to see a little more if I'm going to be convinced of what the CT side has to show.
Yeah, that's just it, right? has to be strung together consistently. And I will say that was a very, very successful retake coming through from the Sharks camp. So maybe they can continue to rely on that game plan here. A smoke for that, or molly for that smoke, I should say. Just gonna maybe force them to take a different approach. But in the meantime, Sharks playing very adaptive. They're gonna start to stack up towards this catwalk. They have Poison jump spotting here, but they have to be careful. RCF. Oh, what a jump spot, though. He's making sure he doesn't show too much.
They're leaving a lot of assist, or at least pressure on Guizin to solo hold this B side. He won't get tested, but I mean, I'm just glad they didn't actually go in for that hit because I feel like there was a couple of ways that actually went awry.
It really was. Look at this reroute as well that they have to go with. There's still a minute left on the clock, so I actually don't mind this at all from Case. There's plenty of time to work with, and they're showing some presence elsewhere on the map, right? A couple bits of mid utility being thrown out to draw in attention here. And on the reposition from the Sharks, they don't really bolster up that A side of things. It's only one defender here, DRG, and he's being forced off the line, forced deep in towards the spawn side of things, and they'll be continuing to press back.
Couple of angles to try to take some shots off here, but the timer is going to start dwindling thin. Case put on high alert here. That flashbang thrown through might be the last piece of utility they actually get out before they have to go cracking into the site and get this bomb down. And everybody for the CT side is ready to start chirping up. 28 seconds. Yep's first kill on the board. Finally, first blood found, but in the favor of Case does not deliver any good news for the Sharks. And it doesn't seem like they're using up that utility just yet. Still holding on to it, not necessarily throwing it in, especially with the strong positions they have for this post plant. And that was a required shot if they wanted to start pulling this round back. K at least is giving him a kill, but just one or two isn't going to be the solution, the end-all, be-all that they were looking for. Now you've got to walk right back into the sight line of RCF and his op. And I think as soon as he go in for this peek, he should be good for the kill, but no. And they know Steelk is flanking around from Connector. It's all up to the player stuck in Palace, Leo. Now they're weary. K spotted him, but can he stop this defuse from coming through? I'm not too sure if there's enough time. There barely is. You can see him standing up. You know there was next to no time left on that defuse, but Leo is the savior for Case and ties it back up.
Oh, that had to have come down to milliseconds right there, but Leo, DRK able to close things out for Case in a big way, right? The successful retake in the last attempt. The Sharks almost make it happen once again. That was a 5-on-3, mind you. And they make it look easy on the rebound. So incredibly easy. It was so very close as well. Just at the end of the day, could pull that last kill onto Leo DRK. And it came down to milliseconds, inches from, landing headshots for a couple of these players. A bit tragic for, YNG Sharks, because look where it leaves them off at as well. Just a close round, but the implications behind it are so impactful.
Those implications are going to lead Case to what should very well be their first lead of the game. I don't think we've seen one from them just yet, and to have it come at the final parts of this first half is going to be worrying for the Sharks, who probably are a bit more CT-sided just considering the way they're playing. They've been pretty good at setting themselves up in crossfires, but sometimes it just feels like they give up a lot of space for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just trusting the retakes, because they do look very solid in it. They have great protocols when it comes down to it, but it is a lot of space, and you can't really win consistently off the back of retakes, right? We've even just saw in the last round what happens when you try that here. Utility being bombarded towards A side, though. That's going to show their face. A couple lamp flashes thrown in the mix there, but they're dodging it out. We've got players close by in the ramp side of things, but isolating these fights is Yeps to perfection. One more on back of default. JNT's going to start to land some headshots, but only one where he'll be taken care of, and Nissan playing around it. Ooh, Honda. Hello.
Unfortunate. Nissan missed one of his only chances to find a kill, man. If he had looked behind himself like maybe a second earlier, that was a free frag. Maybe even an AK, maybe a couple more besides that, because there was a gap he was trying to abuse in that stairs smoke, but now they're calling a timeout. Things are getting a bit worrisome. The lead has completely vacated them. And oh no, that's not good. No, I see, I might not speak the language, but I do see lag in one of those sentences.
I think exit lag's like a, I don't know what exactly to call it, because I've never had to use one, but it's something to do with, like, ping and routing and stuff. So I think that is just, like, a restart of a program or something, and then they should be right back into things. Hopefully. There's only one player left.
Right. It's not a server-wide issue.
Crossing our fingers.
Yeah. We can pray and pray all we want.
We'll get through this
At
half.
the end of the day, there's not many good. That's what I'm saying, man. Can we, I just cleaned up this server. Can we keep it clean for 10 minutes?
Come on now.
You don't like Mr. Incredible out here, man. Damn.
There we are.
Join back and do not say anything that there's any issues, please. Even if there are, just shut up.
Oh, man. We played on
Voice
slow-mo
the
yesterday.
concern. Oh, I remember that.
Go. That's
And I
always
didn't know
good.
it was case 2. Go. Unpause. I like that. That's not even the, like, ready question mark. That's just like, go. We're going. Don't care if you're ready.
Back at it, though, once again here. Sharks, they need to buckle down here just a little bit. This was a very strong start. They've lost their grip on this one quite a bit, right? I mean, they were kicking this game off so incredibly well. CF, again, catching so much flack, trying to go for these A picks here. They never give it to them either. And in the meantime, that resource spent is just going to be reclaimed here from the Sharks pushing right through ramp. This is all very valuable information here.
They'll be hot on the heels of what looks to be Case setting up for this B crunch. You've got 3 around mid and 2 from the apartment side, but that's still if they want to attempt to play towards B. You got some going back towards underpass, but that could be put on a quick hiatus. JNT might put off some alarm bells, might raise the red sirens for the KC Sports T side, considering, I mean, you are going to retake mid control, but now this op gets some free reign.
Slow HE there. Doesn't do as much damage as I would have thought. In the meantime, they re-smoked that window. So like you said, that B crunch coming forward here has a lot of potential. Only one player lurking about towards apartments. 3 players making their way up catwalk here. But that smoke's going to allow them to scale up here. One towards the market window side of things. They start to throw some flashes in as well. Here's a collapse coming through from Case. They try and make their moves in. They can't line up for the up. JNT splits the goalpost, unfortunately. Still, he has backup. 3 players have joined forces here. And there's nothing RCF can say about this round.
Except maybe saying a couple of kills so we can save this off to the next. I'm not all that sure, though, especially with that miss. DRG peeks right back out off it, and the Sharks continue to go back and forth with them. It's not going to favor them in the long run, or at least it shouldn't, but now that you're going into the last round of the half, it doesn't matter how much money you have or don't. You're going to be throwing a full 9 yards buyout right here, and they're hoping it comes away with a lead for them.
Yeah, definitely want to win the half, given the start to this one being so very strong. RCF luckily able to reinvest into that AWP as well, but you know, with that 4-on-5, I was surprised that Sharks had so much presence here. I mean, again, you kind of got a glimpse as to why they had that early round, right? With that push towards ramp. They had no trouble stacking that B-bomb site in time, but I don't know, at the end of the day, shut things down, building that round count up. Spam from Nissim, chunking some damage right there. Leo DRK still standing. Oh, just a clothesline on the Goizen. They're going to press the issue off the back of that seal. Going to find one as well.
All up to Nissim, man, sitting in the back of the site, and he's not yet cleared, but I don't know how long that much is going to stand for. Leo turns his back, but he is only good for the 1. The trade is instantaneous.
Oh, that's
now the
one.
Sharks have to stare down the barrel of a 2-on-4 retake. Make that 1K. He has got nothing left to say about this one. At this point, you're just looking to pat the stats a little bit. There's no way you pull this back. You're being posted on by an op. You got 3 players staring at window. What world do you pull this off?
Not one that I live in, that's for sure. So it looks like a winning half here at the end of the day. For the Case camp. RCF to close as well, right? That's the solid stuff. He's starting to lift up. Honda's had a great couple of rounds here in terms of, you know, nailing some headshots, finding a couple of crucial multi-kills on the T side. Helping out in a big way. So Case walking into the second half, I mean, they started this game off 0-4 down. And now they're going to bounce back here potentially with a winning half. I mean, they've already done it.
This still could mean everything, too. If Case are able to pick it up and start running with it, then I don't know if the Sharks are going to have what it takes to start pulling this back. On the back burner, it feels like more of these conversions come off the basis of luck than actual skill and like coordination team play. We see that a lot, especially in these like open qualifiers, right? Where teams play really well in the lead and don't when they're in this disadvantage, but again, walking out B, I don't know if I'm the big fan of this on the pistol rounds, because you just walk into a crossfire with next to nothing you can do to actually stop it, and it's perfectly executed steal. 3 instant headshots in the USP. Looks like the best gun in the game when it's in his hands.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Not a single bit of utility purchased up, just straight B rush here. I mean, what was going on there? You almost never see that nowadays. I mean, pistol rounds have so much importance. Even just getting a bomb down is valuable, so maybe they're just really reliant on it landing some shots, right, on that B-rush, but I don't know. And the current meta, I feel like you just can't get away with no utility.
I like the save again, but I'd also like to see a bomb plant come out, considering there's only 2 players on A. They're all splitting up, though. This is kind of a recipe for disaster. I feel like for the Sharks, the only way this works is if maybe they pull the right distractions from these ramp players. They can stay alive for a little bit longer. But with the timing it looks like right now, I think it's going to be a bit split apart. Yeah, no, they are not going to get anywhere close to this site. Nissim's lucky to find that frag, and the bomb is not going to get anywhere near the site in my eyes, yeah. Even having to reload the M4, if things couldn't get worse, well, they just did. Squeezing. Good stuff on that kill, but with only 2 frags, there is no bomb plant. The Sharks, down by 3, now need to respond back with the rifles.
No bomb plant there. A couple of kills with the Glocks is some value add, but still maintaining that magic number, right? For case winning the round with 3 alive, denying the bomb plant. Those are all, you know, missions when it comes to an anti-eco on the Glocks. AKs though abound here. Only 1 molly here for BRG as well. Could be concerning, but plenty of utility to back that up.
A buy that usually favors the T's, well, I'd say it's uncommon nowadays. Especially in rounds like this. Or rather, well, yeah, where Case have won a couple of rounds as cleanly as they have. I'm not too sure, man. They're going to have to show something different when it comes to the strap, but that's a good opener from Nissim. So far, he's shown a lot of comfortability in Palace off these opening couple of rounds. Comfortability isn't everything, though. You need to actually convert on the opening pick they've been given. Leo is in a bit of a pickle, too, so in this smoke phase, he's not going to have that much assistance. Could potentially be spotted from Connector. But speaking of being spotted, I mean, you don't need vision to take care of that. Through the smoke, Steel gets tapped out. And RCF and Yeps probably just going to call this one off to the save again. Maybe look for some exit frags if you're lucky, but I don't think it's going to matter all that much.
You know, that looks like a round that you kind of throw into the hat when you have no utility right there. And they had like four full sets. They just send their Palace lurk out to try and take a peek there. Nissim just aggresses out of Palace with a little bit of help from his ramp teammates, right? Causing some slight distractions, but for the most part, very isolated. And it works out wonderfully for them. Somehow, Case, despite a little bit of utility being thrown out. Oh, hold on. I thought, is he trying to sneak a ninja defuse? Oh, he's dropped a rifle. Oh,
That's
no.
toxic. He didn't have to do that. That's toxic. Well, at least I think he's going to be able to recover this M4. So, tiny upgrade for Yeps. Small win.
Minor victory. And a pause. For this one, a tactical, which is always good. You love tac pauses. You know when they end.
Unless some overlays don't show them. I hate that, by the way. I absolutely despise that. When overlays don't show how much time is left in the tac pause, they just say, team called tac. Like, damn,
It
bro.
leaves a lot to be imagined.
I'm not good at keeping track of time.
Yeah. That's alright.
Maxner can vouch.
It's a valuable life skill. You'll get it down the line, I think. It comes with time.
Sorry,
Just gotta
I'm too
track
busy getting females.
Yeah. Oh,
She's
that's
just
a
mad.
likely story here. Likely story that they win this round, though, for cases. Kind of make believe here. Not a lot to be brought to the table. It's great utility being thrown out here, and they're catching backs turn. One more in the underbout position. Jay makes sure to check it. Double entry from this guy, and that should be the round converted here. 5 on 3. I don't know if they even want to test the water. It's just 2 rifles still to be held onto if they so choose, and they've got great post plant positions now.
Yeah, you can see with the movement they're causing towards CT, they already consider the save. Rifles are way more important, especially with what? What's the loss bonus? 2,900? No, I'm very cooped out of my mind. It's only
1,900.
19. But I don't know. Like, this is kind of double save territory. I guess maybe you're just trying to run it back.
Yeah.
Can't really
Yeah.
blame it.
I think probably just trying to bring some investments into the next round. Like they can maybe pack a punch with a couple of these guns here. They got Yeps and Honda on the rifles here. Maybe Leo can find something if they head his way. It's a big if.
I like this lacking of hunt, though. It's not really worth. Don't want to give them AKs. I mean, you know that they have at least one saved gun. But it doesn't do you all that much taking it away coming into this round. Because the likelihood of them actually converting, again, it's kind of make-believe.
Yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired here in the investments, but at the very least, you do have those two rifles. Now, I want to see Honda and Yeps kind of go proactive here. Maybe they can kind of bait the USBs and P250s in the mix, but I'd like to see them try and be proactive with the weaponry that they have. Looks like right now they've doubled up. Actually, no, they're assembling a bit of a boost here in towards underpass, which is really sick. Honda looking to take that first point of contact, has his teammate up catwalk, but now they're starting to make their move on. Late flashes coming through mid as well.
Oh, he is fully blinded, man. Yeps cannot even think of getting that fight off there. And it's unfortunate that the rifles are only able to muster up one kill, but if you're a Sharks fan, you're happy that it only did that little damage. Now it's just the P250 of RCF, and it's not even on the right side of the map. Maybe he's going to go hunting, see if he can't pick up one of those ARs over in mid. As soon as this smoke fades, it seems like his destined path. Forewarning, though, for you, my friend, there is still a world of hurt lying on the other end of these top mid boxes. They are ready for you to come in for this peak. And K has no intentions on letting you get close to that M4. Tied right back up. We head to the 21st.
Even at 10s at the moment before another investment comes out from Case. They're going to be bringing a lot here in this round, but I love that play coming through from the Sharks. They know that, you know, likely story is Case are going to be throwing some gimmicks into the mix there that boost evident of it. They get uncomfortable in the boost after standing for a little while, and, you know, patience paying off for the Sharks. They just allow for Case to crawl up towards the mid side before they reclaim that control as a full unit here. It's beautiful to see. We got to keep seeing some signs of promise. The ODRK going to be sent through the smoke. Oh no. He gets caught, I think, on the wall right there, trying to escape back into things here. RCF with no armor going to drop, and this round looks a little too easy. There's one in under Balk, but they're closing in on him.
This is untamed aggression right now. Hana, though, is still behind enemy lines, and it doesn't seem like they're all that weird. You clearing it, they're going to line up for him, but he only gets the take. No way! He doesn't commit to the spray. He gets off it too early, and because of it, his team might have just lost the round. You think if he doubles down, then maybe there's a world they pull this back, but with only 3 bullets in the clip and 11 health to his name, it seems like the Sharks have taken the lead right back where they left it.
Oh, man, that's ugly right there. That's not pretty. That should have been a locked-in kill 9 times out of 10, but whiffing that one is brutal. That's just a frustrating round to lose if you're Case. I mean, look at the effort that the Sharks put in, right? They send one player towards the middle with a couple of smokes. That's about as easy as it gets for Che on the opening pick right there, and about as easy as it gets for the Palace Lurk and Neeson. Finding RCF completely blindsided. Again, it's these Palace Lurks that come through from Neeson, aggressive as ever, and then couple that with a couple players moving out towards A, and you've got yourself a winning formula versus Case, and it looks so free.
Be such an upset if they were able to continue and pull this off, right? We saw this the other day when Case were playing against, I believe it was Fiat 157. Went the absolute distance. Case were brought to their absolute limit, but in the end, they were able to come away on top. Now, you're going against Sharks, who are a very obviously better team. And I still like that they're giving them respect. They're keeping it slow against the Pistols.
Definitely slower than what they do on gun rounds here. I mean, usually we can decide a round within seconds. This time, defaulted to make sure they deal with this aggression. DRG has this pixel angle towards middle. Look for any aggression, not spotting out anything just yet. And in the meantime, you actually take a look at your mini-map here. And Case, at the moment, have a lot of presence here towards that A side. It's a valuable position for them to be in. Because right now, it looks like the Sharks committed to a split towards that A side.
A lot of this is going to come down to timing, though, and that's unfortunate for RCF.
Oh, he landed the shot.
He got him tagged up with the Zeus, bro. Oh, man, that's going to hurt. You're going to ask him what his HP was, and you are going to be so upset when you find out. They stacked up right, but that doesn't mean absolutely everything. Again, this is the big weaponry disadvantage you expect to see. Shot range through in Firebox, forces Leo to peek, and the round goes just about the way you would expect against Pistols. Yeps, again, left solo in the 1v5. This time, Probably going to replicate it. Or maybe not. I thought he was going to be good for the second, but JNT says no.
Not today. Another clean round. Look at this. Max money on Shay. He does have to reinvest, but that's scary stuff. I mean, and, you know, all 5 players nearing that 10K mark as well, right? So, Case aren't even fighting in these rounds. You can see so far, once the guns have come out, it's been, you know, 2 flawless rounds, 2 with 4 alive, and only, you know, the best case scenario has been 2 going down for the Case. They're not even doing damage here on these T rounds or defensive rounds, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They can't seem to muster up any sort of defense, at least any sort of coordinated effort on the defense. They're running out of time.
I will say we haven't really seen them at their full potential yet. Most of these rounds, they've missed some spots, whether it's utility, whether it's kits, head armor, the op. I mean, there's always been something missing. This is going to be the best buy we've seen yet from Case, and it's going to be good to show whether they have what it takes to keep contending or not.
Yeah, it definitely will. In the meantime, though, some hyper aggression coming through towards the B side. You can see 4 players stacked over this direction. Yep, with a nicely timed nade. That's going to do quite a bit of damage. Oh, no, got an unfortunate bounce right there. Got a chunk DRG down to 71, but
uh-oh.
There's long rotations here. Very long rotations coming through to the B side. Everyone on A is very far forward. So it's going to come down to all the pressure applied to these 2 players alone, and they're very far back.
This is bad. JNT
No way.
given the opening pick, and Steel's traded it out, but they know that he's the only one left on the site. I'm not sure, but I think with all the presence you have here, you might as well just pull the pin regardless. Steel decides to vacate and says, you know what, we're playing retake here. Does not want to give up his life anytime soon, but with the bomb site well under the control of the Sharks, I don't know how quickly you're going to be able to get back in. Still so much utility left to throw, too. That molly's going to stop the plan, or at least deny it for the time being. So maybe not as easy as one would think.
Ooh.
Spray comes through, though, and Guizin again through the smoke. Catches Steel Gun. This is the second time it's happened to him, and it might be the most impactful. Last molly thrown through from Leo, but even though it gets some damage on a Guizin, it's not going to deny the plan again. Disadvantage on the retake. K sits close at window. There is no trade potential, but all he's looking for right now is a 1-for-1 Honda. Even on the flank, he's got nothing to say. And now with the remaining forces coming through from Market, this one could already be chalked up. Good place. Nade, though, could be good under the van player and could re-inspire RCF to go chipping back in, but with no kit and no utility, he realizes how much of a fallacy it would be to win that round. The Sharks keep moving forward.
It's going to be RCF holding on to his AWP. That's all they're going to bring to the table, though. 13 on the board for the Sharks as they continue this flawless streak on the gun rounds. Looking back, absolutely 0 times so far on this D side, man. They are so very clean on the execute. And you can see what very quickly goes wrong right there. If you allow for an opening pick on the B side, given the fact that those rotations are so long on A, Steel just has to fall off. There's no option to try and take a 1v4 on the bomb site. You're definitely going to lose out on that, even if you go 1-for-1. It's not valuable, because then you're going to allow Sharks to set up in these pose plants deep into things here. And that's where the round becomes impossible. So Steel, I think he made the best play possible, only to get spammed through the smoke as well, man. This is frustrating stuff.
That's not even a great start, too. Hero buy comes out from RCF, but this op is going to have to chirp up if they want to get anywhere close to a conversion here. I don't even think he's going to be on the right side of the map to contend either. He's in ladder, I think, hoping for a pick to come his way on catwalk, but I can't imagine Sharks go execing into B without arch smokes, especially in this situation.
We got any at the moment. So maybe they can step up with the AWP, but it does leave Yeps in a really tricky position here. Alone on the bomb site, nailing that Deagle full blind, but the trades are available and quick. RCF is able to step up, but there's that smoke you were talking about. Perfectly timed, perfectly placed from Neeson. And he has flank covered. They have market control here as well. Great positions for the Shark, but they still have to punch in the numbers. That's first things first.
Mike being heard, he's not even making it silent. Nizim's going to have a free fight on a Steel Gut and maybe 3 for 3 on these unfortunate headshots, but it's so close to finding that pick that they still might consider going in. Honda, at least for him, he's got nothing to lose except the Eagle. That op's chipped in for another 2. Some good health tipped down, but this round is far from over. Flash goes in and the op goes down. JNT still denies them anywhere closer to this site. Tech 9 pulled out, and he doesn't even need the one-shot weapon to close it out. The Sharks just on the back of a pistol and JNT's hat trick find 14 and are very close to knocking Case out.
Yeah, that's just incredible work right there. The Sharks, another solid execute towards that B side. Even in the chaos of the situation. Even when RCF starts to fill the feed, right? They play those positions so well. They use that late round utility kind of on the fly. And you can see why the Sharks are doing so well, man. They are very decisive when it comes to the decision-making processes.
Well, again, they've got this very strong buyback out, but it didn't pan out in their favor last time. And I like that the Sharks aren't actually going to take it slow here. They've been conditioning these very passive approaches into the sites, but now they're going to try to catch him with their pants down on the defense. All these grenades thrown through, and it's going to block Case off from any sight lines in. This bomb is going to be given another free avenue to get planted. This has been an issue with Case throughout the entirety of the qualifier, giving up all this space on the defense, letting plants come through, and relying on their retakes to win them these rounds. But considering how much utility they throw in the early stages, it's never going to, or at least consistently it isn't. Honda 2, your top fragger gone, the op needing the retake, or at least to pull it off. He upgrades or other exchanges to the M4, and everybody from the Sharks looks to play in on this post plan. I think the next to take contact is going to be K. Stuck in jungle, they're trying to bait in for him, or rather, he's the one being baited in. Leo, with a head turn, catches another free pick, and the remaining parts of this retake are both stuck in ramp. No utility, they've got a raw on the fight. Help comes through. Still lots of utility in the favor of the CTs. This time are ticking down, but they've got things under control. Leo, first he hopped on the bomb, realized he has no kit. In Case are going to get this defusal through. 11-14.
Scary stuff, though, man. Very scary stuff. I don't think they heard that that bomb wasn't being defused. Just had to go for the spam right there at the end of the day. So Case, fine, they pull around out of the hat, but I feel like it was more so Shark somewhat misplaying that post plant, giving them fights that they didn't necessarily have to, rather than Case really putting up a great defensive effort. It was a tough retake. It came down to a couple of headshots being landed from Honda and Leo to secure that thing. And is that something you can consistently rely on? Again, it's this A side that's a bit vulnerable. There's not a lot of presence here.
We're going to go for a mid-split here, just taking some basic space. I don't think they've done this all that often, which is quite surprising when you look at this current meta on Mirage, but Steel is quick on the response up. Catwalk he goes. This op is still gone undetected in the connector corner. He could be good for one. Oh my god, so much presence that's just unnoted. Steel finally finds the opening pick, but trades are tenfold in the favor of Case. DRG had brought it back for the time being, but now Gweezen's left with a heavy presence on his shoulder, barely spotting the head of RCF, but that's a big pick to find.
Going to continue to create some chaos here. It's going to chunk some HP off to Leo right there. And in the meantime, they're utilizing their op as a lurkout of apps. He isn't creating too much space here. His head's on a swivel. He has to watch so many different angles. And in the meantime, Leo's going to join forces. Utility going to be thrown out towards bench. We'll see if that can come in time. It's going to pressure Yeps, but is it going to take care of him? Not quite. Raid does come through from JNT, but will they expect Leo in the backline? Just spotted the barrel. This is massive. JNT's going to hard clear this as well. Misses the no scope. Cases in from Leo, but he doesn't commit. He will land the headshot, ducking in between the pillars. But Gweezen eventually going to find the trade and now taps the bomb. Doesn't realize that the last player is coming through. Market Honda in the meantime going to start to make his move.
He inches forward, spots him out. The peak is taken, but the fight is not won by either team just yet. Finally, he decides to swing out from Market, wins the game of chicken, and with an op recovered, Case continue to make a case for themselves.
Oh, staying afloat once again right there. Nice clutch from Honda. Leading the pack here for Case Camp. And he's got the movement to boot there. Still, look at the money reserves here for the Sharks. You give them a bomb plant, you get them close into these rounds, and you call it a minor victory in some sense. A 1v1, it's going to leave some limitations on the investments here. You can see a lacking in utility in RCF. I guess he's the only one. But at the end of the day, Case, they need to start converting these clean up because they have a mountain to climb when it comes to breaking the bank of the Sharks.
Nothing going to come easy at this point. Case have finally set up for themselves on this defense, but the Sharks, I don't know if they're going to slow it down all much that just yet. I mean, you see K, he sprinted all the way up middle with no resistance. This is another thing that the KC Esports CT sides let them do a couple of times now, where they just get all this space consistently for free. Leo, this time's going to deny it, at least in connector, as he converts the shot. And now Sharks have to work back from a 4-on-5.
Looks like they didn't even connect that top of connector smoke right there, so big mistake in Sharks to allow for that opener to take place, right? Leo finding himself a big one. And they're going to recycle that top of con smoke. You can see a clear game plan at the moment. trying to split in towards that A side here. They're going to need some help from Nissim on alert because he starts to make his move. Heavy commitment towards this play. 3 players heading up connector. Nissim going to look to push the issue through the smoke. Surely not. Not a bold move just yet. Not required. Instead, he's going to let his teammates in connector take first contact.
This might be tough to try to counter too, because there's a world where Honda just goes ahead and dives right back into
Oh, no.
Palace off the assistance of RCF. With both of them now shut down, that disadvantage proves to have absolutely no effect on their success. Plant almost confirmed going to come through, and again, it's going to be up to another KC Sports retake. 3 for 3 now in these past couple of rounds. This time it feels a little bit different. Weezing way far forward in front of the pack and completely unnoticed by Case's CT side. He might have just won them the round. Yeps. Still trying to claw this one back with only 1 kill and not a lot of time. He runs for the hills. 15 for the Sharks. Finally getting past that brick wall and finding map point. Case, this is best of 1. You either put everything on the line right now or your major dreams are gone.
That's just it. And the chase is in. Nissim is going to hunt down this last rifle. Yep, she cannot go down here. He gets headshot. Will get taken down. Look where this is going to leave them off at. It's nightmare territory for Case if they want to close this out and continue their endeavors. Because look at the buy that they're going to be bringing to the table. 2 A1Ss. Definitely no AWP and RCF. And is that going to be a third MP9 here? We'll see what Steel goes for. Maybe if a Moss, best case scenario, no tripling up. The firepower is so lacking, and we've seen what Sharks can do up against a lot more than this. What can they do against a lot less?
It'll be their best chance to close out the game for sure. Their best chance to move forward in the open qualifier, and I like the pace that the Case State are taking into this round. Instantly with ramp control, and they back off it, right? You see nobody's here, maybe try to adjust the defense, but instead just set up an aggressive crossfire.
Yeah, you're going to have to pull all the tricks out of the hat here for a run like this, right? Every sort of setup you've got in mind here. Finally, it seems like Case trying to play as a team on this A side of things, which is a promising adaptation, but when you talk about space control here, something that you've been mentioning time and time again, Case have none of it. I mean, sure, you have that aggressive push towards the A side. That's somewhat valuable. You have a player in towards apps. You got this bait and switch setup, but less than ideal when it comes to that mid control here, and maybe Sharks you looking to capitalize off of that given the positioning right now. A lot of presence here towards middle.
They're holding on their utility though, and Nissim's just found an opening pick, so they can start to actually dump this down and deny them access into one of these bomb sites, but I think they're more concerned about getting these shots off and keeping their guns out. Leo and RCF, well, if there's any time for them to show up and hold a site like a T, it's going to be right now, because Leo, he's probably trucked between a rock and a hard place. I don't think RCF's going to have much to contribute in from ramp. As soon as he's found out, that might just be the game. Absolutely no kills brought back from him, and this is, again, a free bomb plant. 3 on 5 for the retake. Case consistently relying on these, and I think it might just end up being the game. RCF, sure, he's activated for the 1, but that means his anonymity factor is gone, and Yeps has just taken a lot of damage via Molotov and CT spawn. If not mattering for the damage, it matters because they know where he is. Now it's all up to the ramp player, and they're just going to hunt him down, get it over with. Case, get upset in the first game of the day, and they're going to be moving forward to try to make a name for themselves. The Sharks are looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah, that's an exciting way to kick things off right there for the Sharks. They close things out in dominant fashion, shutting down Case, who looked so deadly. And now they look to continue it forward here. But before we get further down the bracket, we're going to be thrown into a quick break. We'll be right back with the last best of the one of the day.